So there's an issue brewing right now. Peter Obi versus Governor Alia of Benue State is one that I would really love to speak on, and then I just want everybody to listen to this because it's quite interesting. Peter Obi, I'm reading now directly from his Twitter handle, all right? Ordinarily, I would not have commented on this issue as I have endured far worse situations in my political life since I declared for the presidency, and it continues to worsen as I strive to do things in a civilized and organized manner. The unfolding events demand that I have to start speaking out now. On what transpired today during my planned visit to Benue State, I am not entirely sure that the state governor, my dear younger brother, a reverend father that I deeply respect, is aware of this situation, having exhausted every possible means to reach him. I am compelled to use this available platform to ensure my message is conveyed. On Thursday, the 10th of April, I had planned to visit Plateau and Benue State, respectively. Plateau on Sunday, the 13th of April, 2025, and Benue on Monday, the 14th of April, 2025. My trip included paying courtesy calls to the governors as well as visiting the IDP camps and schools of nursing in both states to give my support. As is in my practice, I reached out to the Plateau State government to inform them of my visit, which included spending the day with the victims at the IDP camp in Bokos, a visit I wholeheartedly embraced to extend my support, care, and compassion to fellow Nigerians in need. And in his utmost hospitality, the Plateau State Governor graciously permitted in a similar vein. I tried repeatedly to contact the Benue State Governor directly without success. I then successfully contacted his ADC, who told me that the governor was in a very important meeting and would call me before midnight on the same day. Unfortunately, I didn't get that call until Sunday evening when he sent me a message stating he had not been able to reach his principal since the day I called. I was disturbed by how an ADC would not have been able to reach his principal for 3 days. However, because my visit to the governor was just for courtesy and respect, I decided to proceed with my trip to Makodi. Earlier today at 7 a.m., I left Jos, and on reaching Akwanga at about 10 a.m., my security team stopped and stated they received the press statements purportedly from the Benue State government that appeared designed to stop my trip. Curiously, while I was still talking with my security team on the issue, the governor's ADC sent the statement directly to me. The letter refers exactly to my itinerary, which I had earlier conveyed to the ADC directly and to the security operatives in Benue through my own security. I am forced to remind them and all concerned that the purpose of this journey is to support good causes in areas of critical development, health and health education and caring for our people in need. And this is what I have done in my private life for years before getting into politics, and even while in politics, I have continued to do so. Everyone knew then how I had to get permission from the then President Goodluck Jonathan that I needed to visit Haiti during the earthquake. I intended to visit the school being built by the bishop in Boko, a nursing school and an IDP camp, actions that reflect my genuine care for the welfare of our fellow citizens and my continuous show of love, care, and compassion to citizens who have been displaced. May God help us as we rebuild our nation and aim to achieve a new Nigeria where we do not politicize everything but allow citizens to exist, and we all should live for the common good for less privileged Nigerians and those in need. A new Nigeria is possible. P.O. I mean, with a Nigerian mind, because I don't expect people who live abroad whose mind will be a little bit different from what we face here in Nigeria to think through this particular statement. A governor's state is ravaged by armed bandits, terrorists, Boko Haram. In fact, we don't even know what it is right now. headsmen wielding AK-47, and a former governor of the state of another state, Peter Obi, is coming to, for condolence. How many minutes would it last? Peter Obi will not sleep in Benue State, for crying out loud. In fact, the distance between Benue State and Anambra is even very short. I mean, we're talking 3 to 4 hours if you are, on that stretch of the road. Benue, the only thing that stops you in between is Enugu State. And of course, Peter Obi even has properties in Enugu. He can even sleep in Enugu and then continue his journey back to Anambra in case he wants to. What am I trying to say in essence? Peter Obi, everybody have seen. There are politicians. Take a look at this. Look at Atiku has been contesting the election for how long? For God knows how long. Whenever he loses the election, he travels outside the country and closes out till the next cycle of election. But this particular one that he lost in 2023, because Peter Obi stayed back, do you know that he refused to travel to another country? Did you notice that under Buhari, Atiku was nowhere until when it was some few months to that particular elections? I'm giving you a background. Peter Obi, as soon as he lost the elections, this past last election, he stayed back, and somebody that should have been angry, should have been sad about the situation of the country. You guys rejected me, the courts rejected me. Still, you could have stayed back in London, gone to Singapore, go to different countries and relax and eat your money and at least breathe some air. Go and check. He kept moving from one school to another, from one place to another, donating boreholes, places that they didn't have water, giving scholarships, supporting institutions, supporting health facilities, health care, giving monies. Even if you are opposition, would you see somebody who is coming to pay a courtesy call, a harmless courtesy call, and then reject them? Would you? Peter Obi has visited Bauchi State Governor in the Governor's Lodge. Governor of Bauchi State welcomed him in his lodge, where he made that comment about working with Peter Obi for 2027. Peter Obi has visited Plateau, Motfwang, PDP, opposition. Remember, he's Labour. Heaven did not fall. Just came quietly. Sorry about what was happened. This is my solidarity to the people. Take these few coins, and you guys should please do what you can to salvage the lives of people. Word of encouragement. And he goes away. He can't come to Alia, who is a reverend father. A reverend father, indeed. A reverend father. APC. What is he coming to do in your state? He wants to rile up the people. He wants to rile up support for his people. Why are you politicizing this thing? Over time, when things happen, we begin to see people for who they really are and what they really are. You are unable to secure the life and property of the people within your confine, within the state that you are in. Don't even know if you have an idea for what governance really is. Somebody who has been a former governor is coming out to say, let me support you in the way I can. Show up, visit a few persons, visit IDP camp, visit a particular health center. He even stated this is what he's going to do, his itinerary. He's not coming there to campaign or campaign, but in any case, it has not even started. And by the way, if you don't campaign now, INEC will ban you. You will be disqualified from any election. But you see, that life of antagonism, that life of I really don't care about my people, because that's what I'm seeing. How would you reject a visit, and a harmless visit, of someone who has come to to pay a solidarity visit and encourage you to do more, and even give something to the people who have been affected by the insecurity in your state that you are unable to take care of. How do you reject that kind of thing if there's nothing sinister within your mindset that you have harbored? Either you are thinking maybe he's coming to put some things in their faces or in their eyes, all right, to push for 2027. If not, who would not accept a condolence visit for somebody who they are unable to even take care of because they actually died under your care? If you want to look at it from that perspective, it's so unfortunate that our politicians, whatever, that's why I've said all this coalition that they are running from one place to another. These things called coalition, go here, no do there, do coalize. They are all fallacy. They are all for their personal pockets. It is not for the betterment of the common man. Ask yourself, all this coalition, have anybody come to do any stakeholders meeting to consult the youth about coalition? Go consult anybody, any group at all. How many of them have you seen gone from one place to another, consulting people, meeting people, talking about how we can, coalesce to form a formidable front? To tell you that you are not the center point of all of these discussions called power grab. If anything, you are in the list of the things that they're thinking about. So don't bury your head trying to support anybody, any politician. Don't bury your head. Don't kill yourself trying to support or push any narrative that any politician is going to come through with before 2027. Because you're going to, if anything happens to you, you're going to die for bad. And they'll bury you, nothing will happen. The only thing, probably they'll just bring monies and give to your families, to your family, and they maybe sponsor your kids, and then, but you have paid with your life. Let's be wise and do things like human beings. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it.